Hey, what's up everyone? How you doing? I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing good too. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of drawing. Big surprise. I'm going to be drawing stuff. I'm going to be drawing Link from Breath of the Wild. It's not a game I've played. I've watched like some videos and some different stuff about it. Definitely, it's on my list of stuff to play. Just got to get a Switch, you know. So yeah, once that happens, it's definitely going to be something I'll end up playing. But I'm going to be drawing Link today, so that should be pretty fun. I've got some, like I said, it's not a game I've played, so I've got some reference up on my computer next to me out of frame over there. So yeah, just for mostly for the costume and stuff like that. So gonna try to keep it kind of rough, at least for this initial sketch, and then probably try to like fill in some of the details. I think I'm make that hair a little bit more dynamic, but I'll shape out the face first. Let's see. Don't know if you guys can hear background noise, like cars and trucks and stuff, but got the window open because it's been getting kind of stuffy in here, so sorry if there's background noises here and there, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It's been a while since I've actually sat down and like recorded like a full drawing, like actually with commentary and stuff. So, but it feels good. You know, I kind of fell out of things last year, the end of last year anyway. Just life getting crazy and stuff. But you know, been working on some cool stuff. If you've been watching my live streams, I do those on Instagram usually. I've been talking about some concept art I've been doing for an awesome game project, and I've been working on a lot of other stuff that hopefully I'll be able to show off pretty soon. So got a lot of stuff I've been working on, you know, keeping busy, so that's good. But definitely want to do more video content and live streams and stuff like that, because I have fun doing it, and I think you guys might enjoy it too. So hopefully you do. Hopefully you're not here just watching the video being like, I hate this. That would be a little strange. But yeah, so this is like a small commission that I'm going to be sending with an order of the 1001 Nights book, which was an anthology art book that I contributed. I contributed a comic to it, like 10-page comic. That was like 2 years ago. So it's been a long road. It was a Kickstarter, and it finally got printed and is sent out to the backers, and the artist got a bunch of books. And it's really interesting because they didn't print like any extra books to sell. They just did the books for the backers and the books for the artists. So it's like a pretty limited thing, which is kind of cool. So I have quite a few books that I'm selling, and long story short, this commission is going in with one of the books as like a little thank you type thing. And so I asked them what they wanted, and they wanted Link from Breath of the Wild. So I was like, that sounds fun. I haven't drawn him yet, so I thought that would be a pretty fun thing to do. I like his like tunic thing. I could get that belt in there too. Pretty cool. It's cool design. I mean, this game is beautiful from what I've seen. And I know I'm like way late to the party, as I am with most games, but it looks fun as heck. Let's get that like really rough. That's nice. Yeah. Get some wind going here. Yeah, but I've been drawing with these carpenter pencils. You've probably seen these if you've watched some of my videos. These big carpenter pencils. I use the Dixon ones. There's quite a few different kinds. You can find like General's brand, and I think Stanley makes them too. You can even get them at like Walmart or Home Depot, some of the brands, like some of the cheaper ones. The Dixon one, these I got online, but it's a really nice pencil because you can sharpen it into like a really broad point because the graphite is really wide. So you can kind of sharpen it however you like to use it. You can sharpen it into a really fine point to get like some cool like clean lines. I like using it for sketching, doing rough sketches, because you can kind of like make some really cool looking rough lines with it. And it just feels good to use. It's just one of those things. But yeah, I was thinking about also doing like I've got a few ideas for more videos. I figure I might as well talk about them while I'm drawing. I want to definitely going to do some more arts and farts, but maybe as more of like a limited series, like maybe do like a set of like 6 to 8 episodes, and maybe do them a little bit longer. Draw some stuff from reference, and maybe have a few episodes that, you know, maybe I spend like an hour on or a little bit more, and you know, really talk about like the process, like do some coloring and stuff like that, because I've done a little bit of that on Arts and Farts, but like never for like super long periods of time. So that could be fun to do. I also want to do some like warm-up videos where I just, you know, take some sort of reference or just a general idea, like a vague concept, and do like a 10-15 minute warm-up drawing, and I record that and, you know, maybe talk about it and stuff like that. Hopefully I'd talk about it, not just sit there silent and awkward. Oh man, you hear those dogs barking out there? I got something to talk about. Sorry for all the background noise. Eventually I'm going to get a studio set up in my basement, and hopefully that will be a little bit better for recording, a little bit quieter, less background noise and stuff like that. But it's a long process. You know, just got to get like one piece of furniture at a time, one thing at a time, you know, because money's a little bit tight, but it's all good. It'll happen eventually. Once it happens, it'll be awesome, so it'll be worth the wait. Like this, like, brace armor thing he's got. Not sure exactly what to call it, but it looks cool. I'm just drawing him in kind of like a casual pose because I really wanted to get into the what's it called, like the details of the costume and stuff. I think maybe I'll give him like the edge of a shield here. Be a nice like little detail in the corner, right? Something like that. He's got like 2 belts here, right? Yeah. Yeah, this is a fun. He's a fun character. Link's always been a character that's been really close to my heart. You know, my first experience with Legend of Zelda was Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. That was the first Legend of Zelda game I ever played. And after that, I played Link to the Past. I played the original on NES. And then when the Nintendo 64 came out, the 2 games I got on Nintendo 64 were the original Smash Brothers, Super Smash, and Ocarina of Time. And that was when I really got into Legend of Zelda. I mean, I was into it with like the 2D games, the Game Boy ones and the Super Nintendo and all that. But seeing it in 3D was like a crazy experience, especially since it was, you know, one of the first 3D games I had ever played. It's pretty crazy. I think that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of people have like a space in their heart for Ocarina of Time. It's an interesting experience for anybody playing it for the first time. But Breath of the Wild definitely looks cool. The whole open world thing looks really awesome. I know it's been said, but it's really nice to see some like fresh concepts in the franchise. And like everybody was raving about it when it first came out. Like I said, I'm late to the party, but here I am anyway. So yeah, getting this pretty roughed out. As soon as I've got like the rough shape here, I'll fill in some of the shadow shapes, probably using this pencil, maybe do some like blending, maybe some like soft shadows and stuff like that. Let's see. Link always had nice eyebrows, didn't he? Maybe not too feminine, but a little bit. Does he have earrings in this one? I don't even know. He does have like a little ponytail though, doesn't he? try not to make him look too girly. A little bit is good, because Link is pretty androgynous. I think we all know that. I don't know how I want to do his eyes in this one. His eyebrows a little sharper when I shade him in. Even got a little bit of a nose in there. Why not? I'm just gonna do some really light shading, so if I blend that out with my finger, it'll be soft and nice. Won't be too severe for his face. I really like these pencils. They're really inexpensive. I think I got the Dixon ones are pretty nice. Oh, low truck, how are you doing today? The Dixon ones are pretty nice, and I think they were like $8 or $9 for 6 of them. So they're pretty cheap. But like I said, you can also get some decent ones at like Walmart for like 80 cents a piece. I think the last time I saw them, that's about how much they were. And those, I think I've got one of those here. Like these ones, the yellow one. The graphite is a little bit lighter, but still really good. If you've never used one before and you just want to try it out without making like an investment, or too much of an investment anyway. Yeah. And get some texture on the shield too. Make it look like it's boards or whatever. I'll blend that out too. I can get some nice like broad strokes, because I always, when I sharpen it, I leave the tip flat, so if I hold it sideways I can like get broad strokes with it. It's kind of fun for like shading and stuff, doing light shading. Just doing some of the darker shapes. It's like, it's okay if it looks, if you're gonna blend it, and I'm just gonna blend it with my finger. You can also use like a blending stump if you prefer that. But when you blend it out, it's not gonna look as rough. So you can kind of, if you're going to do that, which I'm going to do, you can kind of just do some really rough shading and then blend and then just refine the lines later. It's gonna get messy anyway, so no point in spending a ton of time making it look nice and clean at this stage. Okay, I think we'll do it. It's like really quick, which is what I like. I like fast. It's a really quick and easy way to like just fill out some tones and stuff like that. There's some really cool things you can do with graphite. I absolutely love graphite. It's such a versatile medium. Possibilities are pretty much endless. And I'll go in with the eraser afterwards and pull out some of the highlights I want. Like especially for the hair, just filling in that texture can make it look a lot more like lively. less flat. Kind of get a lot for a little. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of reminiscent of like finger painting. Which who doesn't miss finger painting just a little bit? I know I do. So that's pretty good. For the rough, there aren't even like too many highlights I see that I really want to, like anything I need to like correct and really make it too dark in any areas. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll make it way too dark and then look at it afterwards and be like, I need to change all of that. But I'm still going here. I like these little, you can get a bunch of different kinds of these. This is a Mono Zero Tombow eraser. A really small one. It's kind of like it's got like a mechanical pencil style advancement. Really thin eraser. Really good for like just pulling out little highlights and erasing little spaces like in between the belt buckle here without messing up the line work that I've already got. Some of the rougher points, you can erase those out if you want to. You can also like don't be shy to cut up your erasers. If you don't have an eraser like this, you don't want to invest in one. That's no problem. You can just take any eraser and you know use a knife and sharpen it essentially into whatever shape you want. Or those those kneaded erasers, the ones that are like gum. You can mold those into whatever shape you need to. I use those quite a bit before, but they get kind of messy. I don't like when they get really gummed up with graphite and like pencil shavings and stuff. But I'm just weird like that. I'm gonna use my tiny little nub of a pencil. This is like the final bit of a Palomino Blackwing pencil, which usually looks like that. So it's literally the last little piece of it that I've carved down to fit into my lead holder, this Kohinoor one. I like getting the absolute most out of my pencils. If I don't lose them, I'll always sharpen down as far as they can go. I'm going to use this to do the final line work. Because it's a little bit darker. Like I used the lighter graphite for my rough, and this is a little bit darker, so it'll be good for filling in the rest of the line work that I want. You don't have to put a lot of pressure to make a dark line, so you can kind of like play with it a lot, which I like. Get some of those details in there. Don't really worry about details at the start of the drawing. I'll worry about it later. Eraser's coming in handy. I want to make it pretty rough. I've been doing a lot of rough line work. You know, moving fast and filling in shapes and tones and lines quickly. Give it this kind of like rough around the edges finish. Been having a lot of fun with that. Yeah, I love using pens also until they completely run out of ink. I used to have like a pencil graveyard. It was like a shoebox full of like used pens that were totally dry. I don't know why I kept them. Kind of like some weird sense of accomplishment, probably. I don't know. I'll get to those eyes last. Thing's got some nice hair. Wonder what kind of conditioner he uses. Probably some sort of crazy like Octorok blood conditioner. Crafted up. The one thing about these pencils is the lead is fairly soft, and this is a Blackwing Pearl, and this is actually a little bit. The graphite is actually a little bit harder than the regular Blackwing, and even then, it's still pretty soft. So you kind of have to sharpen it often, but it's worth it for how nice of a tone the graphite is. Like a nice kind of dark gray, almost black. A little bit more expensive for a pencil, like a couple bucks a piece, but worth it. Let's see, I already got to sharpen it again. This might be the end of this pencil. You might see it happen in this video. The last bit I can get out of this pencil. We'll see. Make sure I don't poke myself with that thing. When I'm recording, I always forget to like retract it all the way. The little knife I use for sharpening pencils. Sometimes I give myself a mini heart attack when I like brush my hand up against the blade and it's not all the way back in. Dangers of being an artist. Totally sarcastic, if you couldn't tell. I may even, I don't know, maybe not in this video, but I think I'm just gonna go through with the line work, but I think maybe off camera I'll add a little bit of color or something to the background. Oh, we'll see, I'm not sure. Kind of get that rough design that's on his shirt. I know it's on his like arm gauntlet things or like wraps, I don't know. Maybe get a little bit more texture in certain areas with a lighter pencil than this one. But if I get all the line work in first, I'll be in good shape. Oh, I think I forgot to add the earring. Yeah, he has one. Sorry, dude. Don't want to forget your accessories. Got a very specific look. Drawing hair is fun. Like making it really rough and frizzy looking. Man, I want to switch super bad. There's still a lot of good games coming out for it, though. I feel like I'm not missing out just yet. I don't know, there'll probably be some, if I wait another few months, there'll probably be some like bundle deal where you get like a game with it or something like that. Even if it is the same price. Good things come to those who wait, like sweet console bundle deals. I wonder if Nintendo's gonna do their, like, what was it they did on the Game Boy? It was like the selects or something. It was like certain games that were like re-released as like a special edition. I can't remember what they were called. They did it on the GameCube with like Wind Waker, I think, and Pikmin and a few other games. Like Player's Choice. I don't remember what it was called, but something along those lines. Wonder if they're gonna do that on the Switch. Probably not right away, obviously. Maybe not even within the first year or two of release, but maybe. I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point. Drawing belts, talking nonsense. It's like my shtick. Well, this pencil's doing me good. It's served me well so far, continuing to do so. Get some folds in there. Yeah, that's nice. It's coming to that time to sharpen the pencil again. This is a little bit longer video. I wanted to like record a full drawing beginning to end. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. I'll have some, like I said, some new stuff coming soon. Got a lot of projects I'm working on. I'll be showing off some stuff for those, and I've got some personal stuff I'm gonna be working on fairly soon, hopefully within the next month or two. Got a project I want to get started this year with some existing characters that you guys may know. May not be a comic project. Maybe something totally new. We'll see. But I definitely got some plans, so hopefully we got some cool stuff coming this year. I tell myself about the work that I want to do. I'm liking this drawing so far. I'll probably pull some more highlights out here too. I like to move around a lot if I'm doing a larger drawing. Like, let's say I'm working down here and then I'll work up here a little bit, because I'm kind of like looking over the whole thing rather than just, you know, getting lost in like one little area. Because I have the tendency to, if I get too focused on an area, I'll start adding like tons of unnecessary detail, and like sometimes unnecessary detail is good, but it'll get to the point of like too much detail. And so if I move around the drawing, keep my pencil moving and focusing on different locations, then it's harder for me to like get stuck in one place. And like speed with drawing is something that just comes with practice. And it's like, it's always my goal as an artist to like do what I'm able to do like faster, you know? Like without sacrificing style or quality. It just takes time. Like I'm definitely getting faster, but it's a super slow process. It also depends on like kind of what style I'm using, because I have a few different styles that I tend to draw in. And like if I'm doing something like this where I do a bit more shading beforehand, it does take me longer, but that's okay because I'm adding more to it by taking that extra time. So I try not to like tell myself, oh well, like a drawing should take X amount of time, because all drawings are different, I guess, and sometimes it's not going to be the same if I'm drawing in different styles or I'm drawing different things. Because like if I was drawing a crazy complicated robot or like a spacesuit or something, this would definitely take me a lot longer. There'd be a lot more details to put in. But maybe I'd spend less time shading in that case. Who knows? Not me. I don't know. Just gonna draw belts. I'll just shut up and draw belts for a while. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna add some more. Grab another pencil, a little bit lighter one than this, add some more shading. This is good. I like the line work, but still a little flat in certain spots. But I've got that big lead holder. I might use that. Probably do that off camera though. But I'll post like a finished version of my social media, so you'll be able to see the thing when it's done. Let's give this one final sharpen, shall we? I think this is gonna be it. Be very careful. If I break it now, all is lost. I'm just making a mess though. I don't know exactly how the things on his arms work. They look like kind of wrapped fabric, like thick fabric. So that's kind of how I'm gonna draw it. Kind of remind me of, what's his name? Alfred's gauntlets from Bloodborne, the Executioner gauntlets. They're like that layered leather. Pretty cool design. I really dig it. That's my favorite armor set in that game. With the gold Ardeo helmet. Pyramid head. Golden pyramid head. How can you not love that? It's great. Definitely gotta draw some more Bloodborne stuff. Designs in that game are just so good. Make me want to fan art all over the place. Nice. I'm pretty happy with this drawing. Isn't that a good feeling? The drawing turns out good. I think that's a pretty good feeling. And get this little like arm brace thing fleshed out somewhere. Get the details with the straps and buckles and junk on there. Armor is always super fun to draw. But yeah, this has been fun. This is, yeah, like I said, this is technically like a little commission gift type thing, but I do take commissions, so, you know, if you're curious about what my rates are or anything like that, you can send me an email or a DM on social media if you've got me on Twitter, Instagram, or any of that. Hit me up there and we can talk commissions. Usually try to do the best rate I can, kind of depending on the subject matter and the style and stuff like that. I always try to have fun with it. So yeah, hit me up. I'd love to draw something for you. And I pretty much like just always have my commissions open, so if you're watching this video far in the future, then just ask. I think usually I put in my social media profile like commissions always open. So just hit me up. You can also check out my Patreon. I got some cool rewards and stuff on there. I've been slacking doing updates for that, but it's a new year. Got a bunch of new stuff to update, so there'll be a lot of stuff coming soon. Mostly just been lack of stuff to post, but getting back into it, working hard. That's a goal for this year. Make a lot of cool stuff so I can show you guys. Should be good. Should be good. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the background. Don't know. Let's get these eyes done. Those baby blues. Yeah, nice. Nice, feels good. Oh, I can write some of that out. And get some of his little patterning going here on his arm things before I wrap this up. Yeah, so while I'm wrapping up here, I might as well go ahead and say thanks for watching. You guys are the best. You know, I wouldn't be able to do this kind of thing without the support of people like you. And if there's anything, you know, I talked a bit about what my plans are for videos and stuff like that. But as always, if you guys have ideas, suggestions, any input or anything like that, leave a comment or send me a message, email, whatever. I usually respond to that stuff when I'm not, you know, too horribly busy. But I'm trying. I'm just a man. I'm doing my best. But yeah, if you got any ideas for videos or anything you'd like to see in particular, as far as like drawing like specific mediums or anything like that, let me know. I'd love to hear your ideas. And I aim to please. Hopefully I can make stuff that's fun for me to make and fun for you guys to watch. That's, you know, kind of like the perfect balance, right? Yeah. So that's pretty much my link right there. Feel pretty good about it. Like I said, I'll probably add some more texture and something for the background off camera. So if you want to see this all wrapped up, check out my social media. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram. You basically just search my name. You should be able to find me. And I'll post the finished version of this when it's done. So yeah, thanks for watching. You guys are the best. You know I love you. I say it every time and I'll continue to say it. Love you. Thanks for watching. Weird cut at the end. And bye.